As food prices continue to rise, it's becoming more difficult to put healthy meals on the table. Western Mass News' Amanda Callahan is getting answers, finding out some ways that you can make sure your grocery cart is filled with nutritious items without breaking the bank.
Americans are facing what feels like endless financial challenges since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. Costs continue to skyrocket for everyday food items from eggs and milk to chicken and flour. According to the most recent data released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, food prices rose 10.4% since June of 2021, making it the largest annual increase in over 40 years. But cutting costs on your average grocery trip isn't easy.
I do look at stuff like that, what's on sale with deals like 10 for 10 or things like that. I do look for. I go to Aldi's now. I go to Big Y when they have the deals. They have like price rise, so any deals I can have that's beneficial.
Takesha Guadalupe is a single mother of 3 working as a medical assistant to provide for her household of 7. She's been receiving food stamp assistance since 2019, which she tells Western Mass News was difficult even before food costs began climbing.
Has it ever gotten to the point where you're worried that maybe you won't be able to put food on the table for all of them?
That's happened in the past. Before pandemic, it's happened in the past, yes.
Each month, she receives $130 worth of food stamps as part of Massachusetts Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. But she says the money isn't enough.
Once a month.
Wow.
In the middle of the month. That's not like at the beginning, it's dead smack in the middle. So it's like I have to say, okay, $30 a week for this, that, and third. What can I buy in that meat? And what can they say? What can they conserve? What they cannot overindulge in?
So what can Guadalupe and others do looking to stay on budget while keeping their families fed? Western Mass News is getting answers from Mercy Medical Center's registered dietitian, Michelle Mattia.
First, it's most important to get organized and have a game plan. Doing some meal planning, looking at the circulars to see what's on sale.
Mattia is sharing tips she has for keeping your grocery list both cost-effective and healthy.
You don't always have to go fresh with your groceries, looking at frozen items. You can get basically all items frozen today. You're looking at dried goods, canned goods, things that are vacuum sealed and in pouches can last much longer, but still without sacrificing nutrition.
She also says it's important to keep in mind how many people you're cooking for, making sure no food or dollar is going to waste.
For example, if you're going to make a Caesar salad for dinner and you're going to buy the ingredients from scratch, it's going to cost you $1.99 for croutons, $1.99 for your lettuce, and $4.50 for a small Caesar dressing. Whereas if you want to buy your salad pre-made, it's only going to cost you $3.79 to get the family-sized bag of the Caesar salad, so you could get 3 servings of these for pretty much the same price as this, and Matthias says that the health benefits are pretty much the same.
I think the biggest complaint is spending too much time in the kitchen, so really batch cooking and cooking more than you need so that you can use those leftovers and using them in different and creative ways.
But Matthias says it's important when storing your excess food to do it in a way that will give items their longest shelf life.
Some produce does really well in the refrigerator, but it needs more moisture. So scallions, asparagus, even carrots need moisture. So you want to make sure that you lock that in. You maybe store it with a wet paper towel. And then other produce does really well dry. So you want to make sure that, like your berries, for instance, they spoil, they mold. So you want to try and remove all the moisture before storing those items.
And while keeping savings top of mind, you don't want to forget about your nutrition too.
It's just getting more color in their plate and in their cart. So more fruits and vegetables, all forms count, get that lean protein in there, get some quality yogurt if they're doing that, and some whole grain, varieties of quinoa and rice and pastas, and that should go around the plate.